Once upon a sizzling summer day in the vibrant city of Barcelona, a young woman named Isabel found herself utterly mesmerized by the arrival of her new neighbor. Having recently moved into a charming apartment complex, little did she know that her life was about to be touched by an enchanting force she had never anticipated. As fate would have it, her new neighbor turned out to be none other than the distinguished older gentleman named Alejandro. From the very moment their eyes met, an undeniable spark ignited between Isabel and Alejandro. There was a magnetic pull, an inexplicable attraction that seemed to transcend the bounds of time and age. Alejandro exuded an air of confidence and wisdom that instantly piqued Isabel's curiosity. She couldn't help but be drawn to his mysterious allure, his salt and pepper hair that hinted at the wisdom of years gone by, and the way his gaze seemed to penetrate her soul. Days turned into weeks, and as their paths crossed more frequently, the connection between Isabel and Alejandro deepened. The initial friendly hellos and brief conversations blossomed into longer, heartfelt discussions that stretched into the night. In these intimate conversations, they discovered shared interests, passions, and dreams. Isabel, a budding artist, found solace in the beautiful paintings that adorned Alejandro's walls, each brushstroke telling a story of its own. He, in turn, was captivated by Isabel's creativity and youthful exuberance, seeing in her the promise of a world full of colors and boundless possibilities. One particularly sweltering summer evening, a vibrant neighborhood party was held at the complex's communal courtyard. The air was thick with the hypnotic rhythm of Spanish music, contagious laughter, and the enchanting scent of mouth-watering tapas and sangria that filled the warm night air. Isabel, dressed in a flowy sundress that accentuated her curves and hinted at the allure beneath, couldn't take her eyes off Alejandro, who donned a dapper suit that accentuated his distinguished features. He looked every bit the mysterious protagonist from the classic Spanish novels, the one who held the power to make hearts race and knees weak with just a glance. As the night unfolded, the intense energy between Isabel and Alejandro became palpable, like an electric charge in the air. Their eyes locked across the crowded courtyard, and with a silent understanding, they slipped away from the bustling crowd, feeling like two souls drawn together by an invisible force. They found themselves alone in Isabel's apartment, where an intimate ambience of candles and soft music awaited them. The room seemed to hum with anticipation, and Isabel's heart raced with both excitement and nervousness. She couldn't help but feel like the heroine in one of those steamy romance novels she used to sneakily read under the covers as a teenager. Alejandro stepped closer, his eyes smoldering with desire, closing the gap between them. His touch was gentle yet firm as his hand caressed her cheek, sending shivers down Isabel's spine. It was as if they were under the spell of an ancient dance, guided by the rhythm of desire and passion that had been building between them for weeks. Their lips met in a searing, passionate kiss, igniting a fire that had been smoldering within them both. It was a kiss that conveyed 1,000 unspoken words, a symphony of longing and connection that could only be expressed through the language of touch. The rest of the world faded away, leaving only the two of them locked in an embrace that felt like coming home after a long journey. As the night unfolded, the room transformed into a sanctuary of sensuality and intimacy. They explored each other's bodies with tender care, savoring the unique contours and textures that made them who they were. Their movements were slow and deliberate, like two artists creating a masterpiece together, each stroke building upon the last. Their clothes fell to the floor like petals falling from a blooming flower, revealing the vulnerability and beauty that lay beneath. Isabel reveled in the experience of Alejandro's expert touch, his hands caressing her body with an intoxicating blend of tenderness and confidence. Every stroke, every kiss sent waves of pleasure through her being, making her yearn for more. In this sacred space, time seemed to stand still as they explored the depths of their desires, immersing themselves in a realm where only they existed. Their bodies moved together in perfect harmony, their rhythms merging as they surrendered to the passion that engulfed them both. Moans of pleasure mingled with whispered words of adoration, creating a symphony of passion that echoed through the walls, reverberating with each beat of their hearts. The world outside ceased to exist as they found solace in each other's arms, basking in the afterglow of their love-making. But beyond the physicality, their connection went beyond the realm of flesh. In the intimacy of the night, they bared not only their bodies, but also their souls, sharing vulnerabilities, dreams, and fears. In each other, they found a kindred spirit, a soulmate who understood them like no other. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, Alejandro and Isabel lay entwined, wrapped in a cocoon of warmth and love. In that moment, they knew that their connection went beyond the boundaries of age and societal expectations. Theirs was a love that transcended the years, one that embraced the beauty of life's journey, with all its twists and turns. And so, in the heart of Barcelona, two souls collided and merged, creating a tale of love and passion that would forever be etched in their hearts. They continued to explore the sensual journey they had embarked upon, indulging in the magic that blossomed between them. Their passion was a beacon of light amidst the shadows of the world, a love that was as timeless as the cobblestone streets of their beloved city.